The illusion of happy. Did you know there are 7 key factors that you need to understand and master in order to manifest anything in your life? Well, guess what? I'm going to teach it to you. I'm creating a free training that's happening at the end of April. So if you're interested, head on over to momisincontrol.com/join. And the first key factor, I'm going to give you a little heads up right now, is getting super crystal clear on what it is that you want. Yes, I know this can be overwhelming. So guess what? When you join, head on over to momisincontrol.com/join, fill out your name and your email. I'm going to gift you my alignment PDF. This is curriculum taken from my mastery program that I'm gifting you just for registering for this free training. And during the free training that will happen at the end of April, and yes, there will be a replay, I will walk you step by step through the process, what these 7 key factors are, giving you resources and actionable practical steps that you can take today, well, not actually today, but on that day, to take back control of your time and your parenting. The secret here is once you understand how to manifest, you can transfer these skills to any area of your life. So if you're ready to finally stop just listening to the podcast, but start implementing and taking the next step, then head on over to momisincontrol.com/join. It's free. Hey ladies, I'm back. Another day, another podcast. So this was an interesting, revelation. I was posting something on Instagram and I used a filter. And I used the filter it's actually called Kylie. It's a Kylie Jenner filter. And when you put this filter on your face, you look like you are legit wearing makeup. And I made a comment and I said, oh, it's Friday. I'm not wearing makeup, but it's 2019, so I'm using this filter. And I had a few questions, actually comments come in from people saying, oh my gosh, your eyelashes look amazing. Are they fake? Are they whatever? And it had me thinking because even though I said I'm using a filter, people still thought that my eyelashes were real, meaning like real or fake extensions. And when you look at some of these filters, you don't actually realize that they are fake because they look so real. And I thought technology is just going to continue to advance and it's just going to get better and better. And the illusion of, the way that we look, the way that we feel is just going to continue to trick us and trick our brain. And, you and I are not stupid, so we're familiar with Photoshop and, how mass media Photoshops people to make them look leaner and different. But this is beyond the body image that I'm talking about. This is beyond all of that. It's the illusion of happy. And I see so many people commenting on, looking at people's Instagram and social media is one thing. When you're looking at people's Instagram and thinking, oh my gosh, they look like they have their shit together. And really, it's just really nice pictures taken in a moment of time, and having this illusion of what they want something to be perceived as. And it's funny because I notice more and more people using marketing this way, especially in the parent world, where, the parent and the child are perfectly color coordinated and they're using this product and I'm not buying it anymore. Actually, I remember watching this ad and there was a couple there and they looked so happy in this perfect kitchen and they had that HelloFresh box right next to them while they're taking this picture. And the first thought that came to my mind is, I will never sponsor any of this shit. I will never, if they want to depict me in a way that is not real and authentic, I will not be a part of it. And a lot of the feedback that I receive from people is, you're so real, you're so down to earth, there's no bullshit. And I don't know why that needs to be an asset. I don't understand what it means when people say, you speak no bullshit, because I speak my truth. That a lot of what we see out there is bullshit. That people are lying to themselves. They're lying to other people that life is great or that things look perfect. And I also have this struggle in my mind with social media, because I am on a mission to show people that, one, you can feel happy. You can find that freedom inside of you. That is not bullshit. But the illusion of the journey to get there is often depicted in a way that is not authentic. That, if you just follow these 6 easy steps, magic will unfold for you in 90 days or less. And it is not fair to judge other people's journeys. You have no idea what's going to unfold for somebody in their spiritual journey, in their parent journey, in their personal development. And too often we are prescribing exactly what someone needs. And this is why I wanted to talk about the illusion of happy. So it's really a perception in your mind. It is a story that you are projecting out into the world, that everyone else must be happier than me, or everyone else must know this. Because truly, how you are feeling internally will be projected externally. So if you are loving life, things are so easy for you. You're like, oh my gosh, I had this breakthrough and I get it now. You kind of think everyone else feels the same way. I know every time I have a breakthrough, I'm like, wow, that was so common sense, or this is common sense now. Why isn't everybody doing that? But I have to reflect back on who I used to be and how difficult things were for me before I learned a skill or a strategy, or, did the work and had my shift. That we cannot judge other people's journeys, because that's their journey and we all have our own path. And I understand that's a difficult and challenging thing to do. But this illusion of happy, this is where it gets scary. Because when we're not living authentically, we're projecting this illusion that everything's great. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. And sometimes it's not. People don't project that. And people are like, are you okay? People just don't like discomfort. But I often find when people are like, oh, it's kitty cats and rainbows, there's something going on that they're hiding. So here's the lesson for today. If you are attracted to people who are authentic, no bullshit, say it like it is, down to earth, which AKA means real human beings, understand that the world needs more of that. And the more authentic you become within yourself and say, yeah, it's hard, it's difficult. I'm not here to tell you that I have, a quick fix. I'm here to tell you that I've been there, done that. I can show you what has worked. I can hold you accountable. I can create the sacred space for you to do the uncomfortable work. But just because you take a Tylenol or an epidural does not mean the pain is going to go away. You're suppressing it. You still have to deal with it. So, the reason why I wanted to talk about the illusion of happy is because I believe there's too many people out there pretending that everything is okay, or pretending that everything is perfect. Even if their life is great, they're like, it's perfect, it's perfect. And I'm like, no, it's fucking not. It is okay to have cracks. It is okay to have perfections. And vulnerability is the most sacred, uncomfortable feeling to feel. And I will never admit that I am perfect. And this is what makes me different than other people. Because it holds so many of you back from taking the leap in your life, from jumping into who you want to be because you think you have to be perfect before you start. And when I'm teaching women and they say, and I tell them authentically, I don't yell now, or, sometimes I'll get frustrated and overwhelmed, but I know what to do to get back in control. And they're like, well, how do you do this? How do you do that? I'm like, it's messy. It's a journey, but you have to be real with yourself and do the fucking work. Every expert that I speak to, quote unquote expert that I speak to, that I respect, and I say, oh crap, I fell off the wagon with my eating, or I fell off the wagon with my food. The ones that I respect say that happens to me all the time. The only difference between me and someone else is I don't give up and I get back on. So allow for that imperfection. And those that you look up to where it almost seems too good to be true and they're happy all the time, be aware that it is an illusion, that they are putting on a mask and a show to keep themselves safe. And that by jumping in and taking radical action in your life, you will fall off and you can get back up. And freedom is so, so possible. And the reason why I wanted to tell you this today is because when I started this journey, I was looking everywhere and everyone was showing me the way it quote unquote should be. And I was like, oh, why is this so hard for me? Or why am I having a bad day? Or why did this happen? Or why did that happen? Realizing that that is part of the process, but it's how you handle those moments and those situations that make everything possible. So on that note, I want to remind you of the workshop or webinar that I have coming up. And I didn't call it the 7 magical secrets. I called it the 7 key factors because there are 7 key factors that you need to learn and understand and practice over and over and over again in order to take back control of how you want to feel in your time in your parenting or any other area of your life for that matter. So if that's something you're interested in, head on over to where do you go? momIsInControl.com/join. And when you join, I'm going to be gifting you my alignment PDF, which is going to help you with the first key factor, which is getting super crystal clear on what it is that you want in your life. So you can download that PDF and start creating that vision for yourself and your family today. Remember, the illusion of happy. There is constant contrast in our lives, and too often people are looking outside of themselves and saying, I want what she has, and realizing that she's just putting on a show. Talk soon. Big Life Journal. Have you heard of them? Are you secretly hoping your children do as you say and not as you do? Well, guess what? I've teamed up with Big Life Journal to help you give your children the tools and strategies that they need to live their big life. Their growth mindset journals empower children to face their challenges head on, think positive, and embrace mistakes. You can also check out their printables and activity cards. It doesn't matter if your child is a toddler or entering high school. Discovering how to live in a growth mindset is a lifelong skill we can all learn more about. To check them out, go to momIsInControl.com/big life and let them know I sent you.